Oh, it's been a while since I uploaded. Now it's going to take me even longer to make this video. Pokémon. I've played it and you've played it, and if the second statement is untrue, then you're missing out. Every Pokémon player has had their first experience at some point. Some people started out when the games were first released in 1996, and some people joined it because of their older brother giving them the complimentary copy of the game they have from generations 2, 3, and maybe even 4 in like the early 2000s or something. However, my first experience of Pokémon actually took place in 2014, and the only reason I can remember all of the details after having deleted the save file many years ago is because I recently found the save data backed up on my PC because I discovered how to hack 3DS games, and I used PKHex a lot, so my backup was hidden on my 3DS for a long time. And when I say I used PKHex a lot, I mean a lot. It was the spring of 2014. I was 9 years old and I kept seeing this advert pop up on Disney XD every day, and it looked a bit like this.
Welcome to the world of Pokémon! Are you ready? With your Pokémon by your side, you'll go on the most epic adventure! Travel far and wide to collect hundreds of Pokémon and become a Pokémon champion! Who will be on your team? Catch 'em all in Pokémon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, only on Nintendo 3DS and 2DS.
I was not interested. I already played Pokémon before. Technically, I used my brother's DS Lite to play his already completed copy of Pokémon Diamond, where all I could do was fly around because my little DS cartridge-sized brain didn't know what a battle tower was. I didn't like the game, and my brother showed me his copy of Pokémon Pearl and reset his data on it so I could play it, and I started up the game. I called myself my name and my rival Ralph. Don't ask me who Ralph was because I don't know. I went to the lake on Route 201 and picked up Piplup as my starter because I knew what it was from the anime that was running at the time. I went to Rowan's lab and found out that Dawn actually picked up a Chimchar for herself, so I reset the game and got a Chimchar, and then she said she had a Turtwig, and I was annoyed and never played the game again until just a few months ago actually. Pokemon Pearl was not my first experience. I actually went a little off topic there. Where was I? Alright. I wasn't interested in Pokemon after seeing that advert of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire because 9-year-old me thought it was a kid's game, so I never played it. It still is a kid's game, more than it ever was before. And then a few weeks later, I went on holiday to Florida, and as I was chilling in the sun getting my epic tan on, my brother showed me this thing on his iPhone 4, and it let him play all these Game Boy games. And one game in particular he showed me was Pokemon Leaf Green. I went on it and I chose my starter, Squirtle, and went off on my adventure not knowing where to go, so I gave the phone back to my brother and tried playing it on my iPad mini, but for some reason it didn't work. Pokemon Leaf Green was not my first experience. Because of how I enjoyed Pokemon in that moment, I looked up the latest Pokemon game at the time, Pokemon X and Pokemon Y, and I remembered that my friend Chris had Pokemon Y and tried to do a little let's play of it, but he never got past the first episode. I wanted Pokemon X because X is a much more badass letter than Y, and I begged my mum for it, and they said I'll have to wait until Christmas, so Pokemon X was not my first experience. My brother actually told me that by the time Christmas comes around, another Pokemon game will be out called Pokemon Omega Ruby and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. So I asked my mum for them, and she said only one, so I chose Omega Ruby because, let's be honest, would you rather have a big dinosaur making fires everywhere or whale? Well, apparently my previously mentioned friend Chris chose Whale, and I was annoyed because he was a big dum-dum and didn't know what a good Pokemon was. He also chose Lunala over Solgaleo, and I just didn't get it because would you rather have an Entei or a Zubat? Load of rubbish in my opinion, but whatever, I'm getting off topic again. I remember the lead up to Christmas, playing Pixelmon, watching the anime, buying a Pokemon hat, and basically being a Pokemon fan that has never really played the games before. Eventually Christmas came around and I opened this small square and spotted the bright red rim of what I eventually found out to be a brand new unopened box for Pokemon Omega Ruby. It was a sight to see. That Christmas my brother officially gave me the holy gift of his 3DS that he never used, and it was a brilliant day. I started playing the game, and to the surprise of absolutely nobody watching this video, I didn't play it. Not yet. I had a sleepover with Chris, and I'm now realizing how prominent he is in my Pokemon experience, and another friend, and I got out my 3DS and showed them around the early stages of 3D hubbing, and I got to Petalburg Woods, and after getting there, I decided to catch a Wurmple, and Chris told me about this amazing thing called Wonder Trade, so I sent off the Wurmple to an unknown player, and in return, I received a level 100 Lugia. We all started freaking out, as you would, because, well, it's a level 100 Lugia, and it was from Wonder Trade. Someone gave away their level 100 Lugia. It was probably hacked, but whatever. But anyway, we all started freaking out, and I decided to go let it carry me to victory in the woods, and we entered a battle with a bug catcher and found out the hard way why you aren't able to use maxed out Pokemon in your playthrough. I was in a trainer battle that I could not back out of, fighting against a very weak bug with my level 100 sea monster that wouldn't even listen to me. Lugia would not obey me, and unfortunately it took every hit from that Wurmple very well. And I had no choice but to turn off my game, and I was put off Pokemon once again. Many months later, and my brother said to me, mate, why'd you back to that Pokemon game if you are never gonna play it? And I said, I don't know. And he said, can I have that 3DS back? Because I kinda wanna play it now. And I agreed, and handed over what I never used. We sat in a restaurant, and he started playing the game, and I was watching on. He named himself John Favreau, and picked up Mudkip as his starter, which I told him to pick, and he nicknamed it Chef, because he's a right old joker. I didn't understand what the reference was, because I was 10, and he didn't let me watch Hair Cake in its entirety, because I was very prone to throwing up. Anyway, he set off on his adventure, and made his way to Petalburg City, and gave the game back to me. I got to Rustboro City, defeated Roxanne, saved this random old guy's Wingull from Team Magma, and I didn't know where to go next. It was the school holidays, so I made myself a lovely little setup where I would have my diseased laptop sitting behind my 3DS that was in its little charging dock, and I put a blanket on top of myself, and that's where I stayed for the next week, eating breakfast and lunch there and only seeing my family during dinner time. You might be thinking why there's a laptop, and that's because about 27 seconds ago I said, "Save this random old guy's Wingull from Team Magma, and I didn't know where to go next." The laptop I used had a Let's Play from the one and only Munching Orange, who I still watch today, and if you aren't subscribed, then go do that now. I don't remember how I got from place to place to the exact point, but because of the Hex Girls in Mos Deep City, I actually found out all the teams that I used for each gym, so I can tell you with absolute pride that 10-year-old me was not good at Pokemon at all, and here's why. I caught a Poochyena in Route 101 and also nicknamed it Chef for whatever reason, and I used it to defeat Roxanne. I then thought the pink Pokemon in Rust Earth Tunnel looked funny, so I caught it and stopped nicknaming all Pokemon for the next 5 years. After finding Munching Orange's Let's Play, he took the wheel for me, and I found my way to Pico's dad and his boat, and we set sail to Juford Town, which I never went to again after talking to Stephen in the Single Path Cave and defeating Brawly with my eventually evolved Marshtomp. Once that was done, I told myself that I wouldn't ever watch another YouTube Let's Play to find out where to go. After making it to Slateport City, I watched another YouTube Let's Play to find out where to go. So I pulled up his Let's Play, you know, Munching Orange, that guy, and I found my way to the museum and got to Captain Stern. And, well, he was getting ambushed by 2 super easy Team Magma Grunts, and I also got to meet their boss after defeating them. I spoke to the biggest simp queen of all time. Well, as of now, Marnie exists, so I suppose it's the second biggest simp queen of all time. And I actually got to talk to her without being a tier 3 sub. And she even endorsed me in front of everyone. After someone asked her if he can be her next boyfriend, I told him to get in line, and I made my way to Route 110, and I caught myself a Minun. I eventually found my way across that same route after a bit of going this way and that in the trick room, thinking I needed to do it for the story. And I made my way to the worst battle of my life. My first rival battle, because my brother did the first one and I actually got destroyed by that Slugma for some reason, so I repeated the same dialogue box for the next 20 minutes until I gained enough levels to defeat her, and eventually I came out victorious and got to Morville City. Munching Orange was really fascinated, but I didn't understand why, because I never played the originals. After defeating Wally in the easiest rival battle ever, I went inside the gym and worked my way around the puzzle before defeating Watson with a newly caught Electrike and my newly evolved Mightyena and Loudred. I got stuck at Route 111 when getting stopped by rocks that said I needed to break them, so I decided not to look around and ask for help in the game, but instead I did the simple solution and asked the good old Munch for some advice on how to use Rock Smash, and the HM found its way all the way to Loudred. After that, I still got lost, and that's when I started staying at my setup for hours throughout the next 5 days, with a Let's Play in the background that I wouldn't let get ahead of my own playthrough because I still believed that I could do it myself. After finding my way to the top of the mountain, I defeated Maxie and a few of his grunts, and made my way to Route 113 into Falibor Town. And I also met up with some science dude and his subjugators in a cave, and I rescued him. I met up with some pirates and they were like, "Yar har, aye aye fam," and then I went away and caught a Spinder and evolved Chef into a Swampert. I got taken to Lava Ridge Town and defeated Flannery single-handedly with Chef, and I also got taken again to my dad, defeated him, got Surf, which I talked to Chef and took hours trying to find a way to get past the cut trees before my brother told me that cut was found in Rossborough City. And it turns out I didn't even need it because there was a little gap with long grass. And oh yeah, I forgot one thing. I met up with Stephen Stone again and he took me to some magical place and showed me Mega Evolution with Latios, which I took and gave cut to. I always Mega Evolved Chef or Latios in whatever battle I was in, even if it was wild. Eventually I realised that Mega Evolution was time consuming and I stopped doing it by the time I reached the Weather Institution. I saved the Weather Blokes and I got myself a Castform, which I thought was a legendary Pokemon, which I suppose it kinda is because it falls under a lot of those categories that determine legendaries. But I took it and put it into my party, replacing Minun because I discovered that it didn't evolve. Yeah, that's ironic. I defeated May again, got to Lily Cove, went up to Mount Pyre after not knowing where to go because I wasn't using Munching Orange, but I started using him again. Thanks, Munch. And I watched him as Team Magma actually chose the correct colour-coded orb, and they all walked away to go steal a submarine from Slateport. So, I went to Slateport, watched a submarine get stolen, went to the Team Magma hideout, and watched Munching Orange's mirrored Team Aqua infiltration episode to get where I was going, and picked up a Master Ball while I was at it. I defeated those 5 pushover Poochyenas and lost the submarine. I went to Monsdeep City and defeated those super easy twins and went to Steven, who gave me the Dive HM, which I also gave to Chef. I then went to Route 126 and found my way to Sootopolis City, in which nothing was happening, so I was once again stuck and using Munching Orange's Let's Play to find out where I actually needed to be. The Sea Floor Cavern. It was a Tuesday, I think, and I was working my way through the strength puzzles with strength being put on my quite recently evolved Exploud. I defeated Maxie in a battle and my parents told me it was time to go out and see my grandparents, so off I went to KFC eating popcorn chicken while sneakily playing Pokemon Omega Ruby. I was talking to my brother about how close I was to finishing the game, and he told me not to use my Master Ball against Groudon because there's only one and I might need it later if there's some better legendary down the line. But I didn't listen, and I used my Master Ball because I was too engrossed in my popcorn chicken, and oh my, do I regret using it. When I got home, I replaced Mightyena with Groudon, and I also forgot something now, so I might as well just add it in there. I caught Pikachu a while ago in the Safari Zone just before making it to Lily Cove City, and I replaced Electrike with it. Okay, so it's time to catch up. My team is Chef the Swampert, Pikachu, Groudon, Castform, Latios, and Exploud. I went to the Sootopolis gym and defeated Wallace with my Pikachu and taught Waterfall to Chef, and I made my way to Victory Road. I once again had no idea how to get through it, so I just looked at Munching Orange's Let's Play for the last time and got through. I got to the Elite Four, defeated Sydney, and realised that I couldn't go back and heal my Pokemon, so I realised that I was doomed. I got to the second of the Elite Four, defeated them, then got defeated by Glacier, the third Elite Four member. I tried over and over again. I watched the same Let's Play, and Munching Orange ploughed through it. I was baffled. I kept trying until I found out the strategy of full restores and revives. Yep. We all learn at some point. I went through, defeated Sydney, then Phoebe, then Glacier, and then finally Drake. But oh wait, the Elite Four isn't just 4. There is a 5th, the champion, and who might that be? It's Steven! And I lost. So I tried again a couple of times and won. Happy days. I then went through the credits, looking at all the Pokemon I used to have and all the Pokemon I did have, and that was the end. Or was it? I saw this, and... what? Like... yo, can someone stop speaking Greek? I'm trying to play Pokemon. I started the Delta episode early in the morning, met Zinnia, got annoyed by her, got answers that I never asked by some random science guys in Mos Deep City, and I climbed the Sky Pillar, watching the story of Groudon and Kyogre fighting, and watched as peace was brought by the first ever Mega Evolution from Mega Rayquaza, and I was enjoying it so much. I didn't even use the Let's Play because I was starting to get the hang of how Pokemon works. I got to the top, had a little backstory with Zinnia, and decided I needed a pose. But I couldn't leave Zinnia to cry all alone, so I brought my 3DS with me and sat there watching the story happen. Rayquaza came down, I battled it, I caught it, and Zinnia battled me with, in my opinion, the greatest battle theme to ever come out of Pokemon's mouth. Like, just listen to this. It's just amazing. I was so hyped and still sitting on the toilet. The poo was already out of my system for a while, but I didn't want to get up, no way. After defeating Zinnia, me and Rayquaza flew into space, broke a rock, and saw a big triangle there, and it was Deoxys inside of that meteor all along. I battled Deoxys, I couldn't kill it because it's a legendary, and you know, you don't kill legendaries, do ya? I also didn't see it coming, so I couldn't save, so I thought this was my only chance. Not to mention the fact that my Master Ball was used on Groudon. I should have listened to my brother. I sat there with my 50 plus Ultra Balls, had Deoxys on super low health, and my legs started to hurt from all this sitting on toilets for the last hour, and it took me so long, but I eventually saw the 3 shakes, and I gotcha in the text box, and I'm pretty sure that I cheered, and that marked the end of my first ever Pokemon experience. I don't know if Pokemon will ever leave me as something from my childhood, but at its current rate it's definitely going into my adulthood, and you know what? I hope it does. I hope it does. Hello? Who's there? Hello? Hello? There's no one... What are you doing here? Look, I was gonna do it. Literally, just let me go over there. Don't eat 3D All-Stars. Come on, not 3D All-Stars. Okay. I'll do it. I told you I was gonna do it. If you would just let me do it and not come knocking on my door telling me to do it. Okay, just let me do it. No, not smash. Not smash, don't eat smash. You don't want to eat smash. You know you don't want to eat smash. You know, we just want to smash. We just want to smash. You can't take that away from me. It's a God-given right. We need to smash. I deserve to smash. And you can't just take that away from me. You've done it now. I know you didn't even want to do that. Smash! 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 See, now you're angry. Smash! And that's all because of you. That's all because you took away the smash. And yourself. You've done it to yourself. Okay, alright, okay. Bloody ninjas. Anyway, as I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted by he who shall not be named. Adulthood, I hope it goes into adulthood. I like Pokemon. And also, yeah, that's what I was saying. I need to, so basically, so you know that whole thing about Atlas? Well, it's being completely retconned now, and I'm kind of just not doing it anymore. It's, well, I mean, I've just wiped all the characters out of existence, except for one. His name's Hao Ming. He is going to be in this brand new thing, which doesn't really have a name. It's more of a thing that's going to be like an overarching story over my videos, and it's, you know, it's this, really, it's this. Is what you just saw back there with Ninja, wherever he's gone. And, yeah. See you tomorrow. Actually, no, I won't. I'm probably not going to upload a video for another couple of months now. So yeah, I'll see you in a couple of months.